Hello folks, and welcome to Erannorth Reborn. We are in Lanmerih. In the previous episode we defeated Iwan the Quick. We did some repeatables here in Lanmerih and raised the influence to 28. We don't have much farthings or stuff to sell, but let's go check. The commodities I have are exports, and I want to sell them down at Inford. So let's buy some consumables that we might need. Bandage is always useful. We don't have much cash at the moment. Bone runes is an interesting trinket that we can use to rally hags from our deck, but it's pretty expensive. We can buy some bombs maybe, or some Underworld connections. Throwing knives, not so much. Wand of Frost Ray, quite useful, but very expensive. And from allies we also have some options here we can get, but we don't have the money for that, so let's just continue our adventure. I will go to my character sheet. We earned some perk points. I will keep these level up ones to learn research. And we have several paths ahead. One of them is Alchemy, which we will pursue. Get the first rank. The other is Alter Self, which we can pick between Appearance of Beauty or Ragged Appearance. And each one in turn give you access to certain perks that will otherwise become locked. So this is the first path, and this is the second path. I think I will be going with the first path, so pick that. And what else we can get? Herbalism, it's another path that we can pursue, and we should actually pick one rank here as well. We need 2 ranks for the Gather Herbs card, but the third part is going for the Occult, which we might do, but not now. I will save the rest of my perk points, and we will be going to adjust our deck slightly. So we can add this Curse of Famine. We can remove a Night Hag. We can add Summon Flood, remove an Associate, add a Rising Fear, remove the Forest Hag, second Rising Fear, second Associate, also remove the Escort, and now the rundown sack is pretty useful, especially after we get Gather Herbs, because otherwise these 4 Gather Herbs will now clutter our deck, and we don't want that. I think I will add a mug. Okay, so shuffle. We will be heading down to Winford, but before that let's check if we can. No, we can't, because the first area now is red, which means that we will probably die if we attempt the journey. This means that we can't head to Nereis, the first area is red, so we will probably die traveling there, meaning we are stuck here on Lanmerih. Okay, let's do the plains. It's a higher level area, it's recommended for level 3 to 6. If we see it's too tough, we can always turn tail and run. 3, I see level 3 enemies. We can probably manage the area. Let's reveal self. Let's use this here. 12. We are in the Hag's form, so we can draw a card. Scuffle. Just attack. So moving them like this one will die from the status effects, and this one is bewitched, so will harm either herself or one of her allies. And I will pass. We can destroy this one. We can add him a weaken. And now destroy him. We can add some vulnerable stacks here. Play Unfettered to multicast your Night Hags. Attacking will also give vulnerable stacks. Okay. Let's start with the Illusionist Weaver. We can use Inevitable Bleed. Attack him with the Beldam. Will give him Festering. So he gets intense damage and additional venom stack, so in a sense we dealt with him. Let's move this in the front. Reveal self. We need one more. Okay, move to the front. Let's check out our knapsack. We'll be selling this stuff later. Let's give this one blisters. Attack. Unfettered. Hag's claws. Hag claws. Okay, so since we rolled the level, there are some level 4 enemies too. I was about to say that we will be surviving this area, but I might prove wrong. So let's start with this one, and then put him in the end. So this is the biggest threat that we have to deal with. Let's attack with Beldam, Festering, 3 bleeding, 9 stacks. So this one will die. Give vulnerable. We can also cripple him to harm our allies less. Okay, that's the best we can do. Let's use Raven's form. Play Rising Fear. We can now play Hangover. Give him some vulnerable stacks. Scuffle, no. We are in Raven's form, so we can discard. Cackle won't help at this point. Bandage will be useful in our stats. Let's play Mag. We got the dire repercussions, which is the least favorable outcome of the Gambit. So we also have plus 3 hit points, gained vulnerable and strain. Let's give him inevitable vulnerable. I'm crippling him so that my allies take less damage. Let's draw a bandage. Hag's form, reveal, discard. We have a full hand. Okay, let's wait a bit. Discard. Gather intel. He is level 3, so we can also synergize Cackle's vulnerable into either Curse of Famine or Summon Flood. I think this ignores synergies, so let's go with Curse of Famine. Let's play Raven's form. Inevitable Entangle, Festering. Let's just attack for now. Level 3. Now remember, we are playing with 50% less experience, which means that we should take risks, otherwise we won't be gaining much of a level. We give a bleed here. Hug close, attack. We can now summon Flood, she will take damage from Festering. We'll also give Vulnerable and Entangle. Curse of Famine. And that's it. Now let's check if we can gather some herbs. We can pick one, and we have Marubium vulgare and Alanthos volantis. We'll get this to my stash. Back. We don't have any more action points, but we have wood. We can set a camp. I will just continue. There is a camp node here, and I will gather some wood. Stash. And we have already 14, which is much above our carrying capacity. So let's set up a camp. Now you will notice that there are some alchemy options, since we have alchemy. And if we go here to brew potions, we'll see that we need alchemical reagents to craft these potions, and we also need alchemical reagents to craft the venom coat. And we can either find them in towns in the commodity section, or we can find them in loot, or we can order them from our headquarters alchemy lab. But first we need to build that. So let's continue. We can use our Marubium vulgare. And give freeze to this guy. Hugs close. That on me. Double vulnerable. Fairy dust, very nice to have. If you fell in ambushes. Okay, so unfettered, night hug. We can attack here. Give some vulnerable stacks to the leopard. So the leopard will die from the status effects, and we can switch to Hug's form. Scuffle. Let's gather some herbs. We can't gather wood. We found an alchemist satchel. Great. Add to inventory. Yellow roses and Amanita perfoliatum. We'll go with Amanita perfoliatum. So 4 level enemies, and the shark fin and the merrock are the most dangerous, and then is the crabs. They also have concealment, so let's use our fairy dust if we find it to break that concealment. For now I think I will use freeze. We don't have a ranged card. Let's play a night hug. Reveal self. Okay, this one is frozen. This one is bewitched. This one will hit us. This one too. But we had the defend from our hug form, so now we can. That's the spiked armor that is hitting us. Let's play Hug's form, reveal self. So spiked armor can harm a lot. So let's use the Keg of Fail. Multicast it with the fairy dust. Dispel concealment. We can't dispel his concealment, he's higher level than we are. Our best bet is for him to die, because if he doesn't, then he will attack with concealment and we are doomed. Okay, let's use our hugs. And I can camp here. We will be resting for 8 hours. Time advance, we heal. We can research for new techniques. And since the next node is a campfire, why not? We'll get a smuggling ring to my stash and also play this back. Outdoor activities, we will gather wood, we'll gather herbs, can stash a Marubium Fulgare. Gather wood, stash, continue. Okay, so this area was a bit above our pay grade, but we managed. We can pick 2 cards. We have Fiery Missile, which we can't use because our fire damage is very bad. Another Wolfsbane Venom. So let's stash it. And maybe Heartbreak. Let's go to the settlement. I will go to my chambers. Rest there. Have breakfast and in order to build our alchemy lab, and be able to order our chemical supplies, so we need 1000 farthings for the upgrade. So let's go explore a bit more. It's also morning, so the shops are open again. We can sell the equipment we want to use. We can now buy the singing boot if we want, and you want to have this because not only it gives inevitable vulnerable, but it also can dispel counter attack, which will be very useful. But I think I will wait till I just do my upgrades first. Okay. I will just buy a bandage and go. Potion of adrenaline. We want that. Also bought a frost bomb accidentally. Fine. Okay. Okay, so let's do the planes once more. As we said, we need to take risks because otherwise we won't be gaining any experience.
This is terrible.
We can dispel this with our fairy dust if we can find it. No? So let's multicast this. 7, it's enough. 3, it's enough. Playback dam. Let's try mag. We can now apply festering and just end our turn. Okay, so I will be gathering herbs whenever I remember it. We can get the Alatos Hollandis. And once you have lots of herbs, your backpack will become unmanageable, so you won't be able to use it by fetching cards like this. But you can make a deck with these consumables and a way to fetch supplies like a Raven card or something. Well, we will see that in practice a bit later. Okay, so let's use blisters here. You need to teach an ally first how to use supplies for you. 5, that's gone. Night hug. Reveal self. We will be attacking here. Move this guy to the front. Okay, so let's help the accused hermit. More experience for us. We will be picking a fight and arrange them from the worst threat to the least worst threat. Transform. inevitable venom. 6, 7, 16. Okay. Bleeding, which means that we can follow with festering. Let's destroy him.
Level up.
And we got level. Curse of Famine. So our Hag's close now, it's level 3, which gained bleed. That's great. Next upgrade is at level 7, which it will gain venom. And at 10 we will draw 2 Hag claws at once. Okay, so Beldam can now use festering. Can also attack here. And one more Hag. Of course we will be executing him. Continue. And let's check what we got. So we got Bite Time, Debt Collector, Shakedown and Taste of Flesh, which requires for you to be in your Hag form in order to use it. Let's add this. So if we are in the Hag's form, we will deal a Primal 4 and then a Primal 7, and if the enemy dies we will be draining their soul, and our Hag allies will heal, we will draw a card, or we can discard this card to heal 3 hit points. Overall it's a great card for the Hag deck, and we can remove, what can we remove? We can remove one blister, and we can remove one cackle, and we can remove one hangover. Okay. So let's shuffle. Let's do some herb gathering. We can stash one more of this. Continue. Hag's form, reveal self. Let's play blisters here. Attack with Beldam. Festering also gives inevitable venom. Raven's form. Discard. Hag's form. Reveal self. Now we can also use this claws in order to weaken our enemies. 18, 10, dead. And weakened enemies will hit us less, will hit our allies less, so it's worthwhile. Now these enemies are from the Monster Compendium, if you haven't seen them before, except for the new raid. Let's use Let's use Unfettered with Mutual Slaughter. So this one is bewitched now. Rising Fear, Cripple, give Vulnerable, Concealment, Healing, Inevitable Entangle, Delayed Vulnerable, Festering. Okay, let's give them all bleeding. I don't have action points to play anything else. We will target 2 anyway, so let's summon the Flood. And they will both, not both. Rising Fear. Let's just kill him with our hugs. And at this point we have 3 level up points. We want to be using some of them for learning research. And I actually want 3 points of research. So we can now get Headless Beauty, no, available now. Malevolent, Benevolent, Supernatural Resilience, Herbal Infusions, Safe House, yes. So the Safe House path is another path that we will be following. So we have so far Alchemy, Herbalism and Alter Self. We will be adding another path to the things that we want to buy, and that's properties. And I will be getting the Safe House. It's very useful for adventure to be able to carry more farthings, more rations, and it's very nice to be able to get Madame Ophelia at some point. Herbalism. We will improve our decoctions. We don't care much about the beneficial ones just yet. Alchemy, we need level 6. So I think we will manage to get everything we want to get and a couple more extras. So let's start with Mag. We'll go to the dire repercussions. So we need our hug form in order to use Taste of Flesh. Let's destroy the skeleton. Play Beldam. Now that we have better herbalism, let's see if we can find any better herbs, gather herbs. No, nothing. Continue. Gather intel. Unfettered. Hugs close. Attack with the Beldam. Festering is inevitable venom. And let's scuffle. Scuffle. circle, gather intel. Let's gather some herbs. So we already have our fill of Amanitas and Marobiums vulgare, and we can get Naltes obliquus. These all are herbs that are singleton, but you can also use them more than once. Gather wood, we don't have. There is no reason to gather wood in your hand. You need it in the stash in order for the camp to work and so on. So let's actually camp since we have full wood, and I will research first. Herbal poultice. So if we have Herbalism 4, we draw a card, we heal 8 hit points, we draw a card, and on this card we lose Envenom. So it's a great card to carry. Alchemy we can't use yet. Rest. 4 hours later, a raven crowing can't let you sleep. So we are ambushed while we were resting. Let's use Raven's form. Campfire. And that's enough, I think. Let's get a bind. Destroy this one. We also have Empower 2. Let's reveal ourselves. And now taste their flesh. Boom. We can continue. Gather some herbs. Now note that we are gaining a little experience each time we do that. Gather some wood now. We can have we can make these picks, but if we get more wood options, we won't be able to pick above our carrying capacity. All figurine, snail figurine. So at this point we have many supplies in our backpack. We have 19 supplies and it's very unreliable. What we want to do next, since we are playing with an alchemist character, we can try to find in the town a potion belt and use it as an equipment. This will let us find supplies, which we can have in a separate deck. So we still won't be able to be choosing which supplies we will be getting, but we will at least be getting them for free. Okay, let's use Hug's form, reveal self. Let's use taste of flesh, bleed. Okay, 18. we can stock up some rations if we want, but since we will be going it down, better buy them from the town. It's cheaper there. We'll get dark fireball, blazing mind, equivalent. I will get equivalent exchange to my stars and another heartbreak. Okay, so at this point we can attempt the Feogluuat challenge. We are level 4, it's recommended to go there at 5-6. So let's check here. Now we still need to save our money, but we can sell the rose. We will be equipping this. This is what I was looking for, the potion belt. So I will grab one. Abundance. Okay, we have 115 perk points. Let's check the paths that we are interested in. Alchemy, it's at level 6. Herbalism. Herbalism, I will get the infusion, I think, now. And that's it, okay. So let's go for the Feogluuat challenge. I will equip my satchel and I will save that here. Well, we didn't want that button. Synergy unlock. Okay. And I will also equip the potion belt and I will save it here. So we have two sets, one with the satchel and one with the potion belt. I will now be using the one with the potion belt. We should focus on this one first, I think. So let's play the Mazochis Graveolens with Gather Intel. No, that was a bit of a mistake. Let me discard a few cards. Okay, so we got Substrengths, Herbal Poultice, Blisters. We discarded some stuff. So Substrength. Rising Fear, Axe Form. Amplify fire, lose frostbite. Cackle, axe claws. View fire, synergy burn, lifespan. Okay, let's give synergy burn here. Give synergy damage here. Synergy bewitch here. So first one, the burn that will die, the frozen, and the bewitched that will deal damage. Give bleed. Bleed. Flood. Okay, I don't want this. Keep the Artophilia. Let's go with unfettered blisters. Blisters. Reveal self. Weaken freeze. Weaken freeze. 13, 18. We don't have enough action points. I wanted to use that on the potion of adrenaline, but I miscalculated. Okay, so let's use this. We will use it here, it will have the greatest benefit. We are in our Hux form, so let's feast. Will die. He is not wicked. This card, for example, can bring us supplies, but these supplies must be in our draw pile. It's the repercussions again. Okay, so if I wanted, for example, to get a certain supply, for example, I want to get this I want to pick fairy dust no matter what. Okay, I will add it to my deck. First step. Then I will shuffle and I will switch to this set. So this turn I can actually where did it go? Okay, I did something wrong probably here. Anyway. It's here in my hand. Right. So this is the way to get it if you need it. Like something that dispels counter if we had the singing boot. Do we? No, but we have the snail figurine. So let's okay, we broke it anyway. So let's just kill him. Anyway, I don't want the fairy dust, so I will just remove it. That was an example of how you can use your alternate equipment. It will take a turn, yes, but it's better than nothing, and if your backpack is this full, it's your only way to get exactly what you need. Okay, so let's use our potion belt. That was on my discard pile though, okay. Raven's form. Raven's form. Feogluuat is level 7. Let's go Hag's form. We have a potential of 7 with our Hag's claws. We can also beat him to pulp with our Hags. I will shuffle. Bandits. Okay, so yes, it's working. Anyway, it wasn't in our draw pile before, but anyway, that's the theory of the thing. It's not like we needed it. Let's get the circle of power and return. We have some perk points, we have some mastery. We can visit the town to sell, but all this in the next episode. I hope that next time we load the game, this will still be white and we will be able to travel to defeat Grim, or I will just stop this recording and make the next recording today. We'll see. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be seeing you in the next episode. Bye bye.